Well done, Enoch. Sariel has been purified and his soul imprisoned. Next is Barakel's realm. He's the one who designed the tower. Sin, leader of the Freemen, also awaits you.
Free man.
I'm sure he'll want you to do all kinds of things for him, but hear him out.
Messenger of God, prophesied by Ishtar, accept my petition. Release the souls of the Nephilim, the cursed offspring of fallen angels and humans. The fire Nephilim attack our people. They devour even the fallen angels. Please, put them out of their misery.
Please. Gotta admit, that's gotta suck if that's your brother. Like, I thought we were just wrestling. I didn't know he was gonna eat me.
These fire Nephilim are the source of all this world's trouble. If they didn't exist, the Council would never have ordered the flood.
There, one of the fire Nephilim that Sin spoke about.
If the fire Nephilim continue to proliferate, the world will fall into chaos and destruction.
Alright guys, it's Yusef for Dad's free time Let's Plays. I'm chilling with me and Rusty, and everybody else has left the building, which is great. I mean, I'm okay with my daughter, but I'm kind of sick and tired of trying to deal with strong women for a while. Really? Oh, I hate that guy. Got it. Okay, I've pretty much filmed this level twice already, because the first time I forgot to put on the recording, so now I'm sure that the recording's on. You know how sometimes when you hit the record button, it's like if you can hear my dog moving back and forth, it's his arch nemesis is somewhere outside. My dog needs to get within eye shot of him. He needs to see this dude so bad. So he's just waiting for him to pass by the house. So at some point he's gonna flip out again and get mad. Anyway, you do get kind of tired of strong women, and you know, my wife is a strong woman, which basically means that she's pretending to be strong, you know? I'm not saying that it's impossible, but every dude that's strong has a weakness. They're sensitive about something, you know what I mean? And that makes sense. Well, women who are strong are sensitive about stuff too. And if you're like a regular dude, you know, and you're dealing with a strong woman, that's like a lot of work. Because they think that trying to act like a dude makes them easier to deal with. It does not. They're still women. And, you know, by the nature of being a woman, they're more difficult to handle for a guy than, you know, just hanging out with the other guys, I guess. They're very complicated. I just died.
You can't accomplish anything from here. Keep searching for higher ground.
And so the women in my wife's family. Oh, by the way, if you go down here in the corner, free man. Sin says hi. The free man's name is Sin. I wonder if that means something. Anyway.
Hey. Yeah. The Nephilim are on the rampage. Uh-huh. Gobbling each other up. I'll call you later.
So the women in my wife's family are pretty strong. Now, the women in my family are strong, but they are more beat your ass strong. Like all of them can fight. It's a prerequisite. My daughter's already showing signs of being able to fight. Whenever she gets tired, she starts hitting you. She's gaining an abnormal amount of strength. That's the way it works in my family, right? That junk where her arm strength alone can lift her up out of the seat. Hang on to your arms and stuff, support her own weight. Weird things like that, I mean, it might be something that happens to everybody. I just happen to know that no matter what type of female that's in my family, they could be 100% black, they could be half black or whatever, they're abnormally strong, you know what I'm saying? And what normally happens is that we basically get hooked up with white girls, and the white girls are abnormally weak. I mean, abnormally weak. They can't fight their way out of a wet paper bag if the bag had been ripped a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
You may be able to purify the fire.
But Tanya, she's from those families. You know what I mean? The family of a bunch of people who don't want to lift weights, don't want to be strong, don't fight. So they do like the exact opposite. They spend every day preparing as if a fight will never come, and that way it never happens, right? They just kind of stand there and pretend like they're doing stuff. And that's always cool, they can run their mouth. Fortunately, when you're a feminist, you never run your mouth to somebody who has the right to whip your butt. Like, the women in my family could never really talk a lot of smack to... Or the women in Tanya's family never really talk a lot of smack to the women in my family because they get their asses whooped. I mean, horrendously. Horrendously. That junk would be like a UFC fighter fighting a drunk. You know what I mean? Some of them might have taken like 1 or 2 defensive classes, but my family, forget about it. They punch dudes in the face, So it's very interesting because then they start becoming these big hipster types, that they do all this reading, and now every one of them is this well-read scholar, So the one that comes by this time is, Tanya's. She's her example of how to be a woman, And she basically spent most of the time so far that I've been in their presence, waving her finger around while reading things and telling us that everything we've done with our daughter is incorrect and not saying anything really that nice. That was a fruit right there. As a matter of fact, her boyfriend came with him, he's been a boyfriend for a very long time. Might as well be a husband if they ever got married. But he came through and he did this. Basically, what I saw was him trying to work on a door and then his woman impeded his intellect by running her mouth and telling him what to do the whole time. So then when I see him, because he was the one who was on the ground, you know, trying to set up this thing. Uh-oh. Maybe it's somebody we haven't met, Rusty. Ezekiel.
You're welcome.
She's just a stalker at this point, right? Come on. Do something. Come on, let's do it. Got him.
It'll never end if this keeps happening.
Anyway, so what I saw was him being on his knees and squatting down and working on a cabinet that was on the floor while she stood up and read directions while she was sticking her crotch in his face. And, I mean, I have no doubt that he would have figured out how to do it himself, because he's a very smart guy. He sells bikes, or maybe that's not what he does for a living anymore, but when we went over to Germany, he sold bikes. He knows how to build them inside and out. He helped me with something. By the way, this corner is a circle for, well, it's a portal to find the bones of Ishtar, so go around this corner. Get yourself a smooth little gene combo.
Oh, I see.
It's a prickly place. This is like the Fortress of Solitude, but from hell. Porcupine Castle. Alright, that handles that. Sort of. Jeez, why doesn't he die? Anyway. So then I go to sleep early, I wake up in the morning, and nobody's there.
Scary.
Yeah,
I'm
it is
not
pretty
kidding.
scary.
It could be destroyed at any moment. Sorry, but I gotta go.
It's condemned. This one right here, fruit. Noise. Let me go ahead and charge this back up. Head up here. So I wake up, I go ahead and check his handiwork, and I see that he really put a lot of thought into it. So, you know, that morning I tell him that he did a good job on it, and then she was like, "You did a good job," like, you know, sarcastically, because I didn't give her any credit for sticking her crotch in his face. Which, you know, I'm pretty confrontational, so I would have talked to her about it. It's unfortunate and fortunate at the same time she can't speak any English, because I would have definitely loved to fill her ears with how I think that their brand of help is just them wanting to get credit. Like that little kid in the Shake and Bake commercial. It's like, shake and bake and I help. Like just because you're there, it doesn't mean that you help the situation. Like, this dude couldn't have figured out how to do it himself. Anyway, I've had to set it as a precedence in my family because, you know, I just don't like to spend extra time to do things. And so I just basically tell my wife that we're just a good team apart. Like, if we can compartmentalize better, then we'll be alright. But if she wants to do something with me, it's just gonna take longer and be drawn out. Not saying that women do that. I'm saying that the women in my wife's family are not very good helpers. They're always trying to take over projects so they can get more credit. You know, they're the type of people in the in class that you know, when they give you a project, it's like a one-person project, but they make you do it teamwork-wise, and then you're just like, but I got this. And they're just like, what do you want me to do? And then they stand around you and run their mouths. And then you're just like, I don't need you. Go away.
You still can't use your full power.
And I've had it happen like that. Before, I used to know this dude that was in a relationship with this girl who, we're all sitting there watching him play Grand Theft Auto, like 4 or whatever. He's got to go someplace. He's using the GPS. Then all of a sudden, his girlfriend starts screaming at him which directions to turn because she's trying to be helpful. But we all see that it's annoying as hell. Like, it's... He can see where he's going. He's doing... Oh, here you go. Free man. He can see where he's supposed to go. Just as well as she can. They're looking off the same screen. There are a lot of good engineer type people that worked very hard to make sure that this was an easy way for you to handle things, right? And then here comes your girlfriend telling you what to do. Just because she likes to tell you what to do, she wants to feel important. Gotta pick your battles, I guess. Anyway, after a while, he did say, I got it. Because that's, you know, understandably the same thing you're supposed to say anytime. Because you do have it.
That voice. I sense he's somehow connected with you.
Explain to me how, then.
He may even know your future.
There's a dude with fiery hair floating around knowing my future. I don't appreciate it. Oh no! Anyway, I mean, I'm getting a little preachy. I don't know why on this stage. But that's one of the things that makes feminism really hard to deal with if you're a dude. If you're the girl you're with, if her whole family has a weird like idea about guys, they're not adept at treating dudes correctly. You know what I mean? And you know, if you can't recognize a difference between men and women, and you know, then you're kind of a jerk. And by understanding, you know, if you... I don't know how to say it. It's, there's an obvious difference, you know what I mean? And differences in everything is what makes things unique, what makes them beautiful, what sets them apart from the others. And then you get people that want you to treat everybody the same, you know, whereas you can be like another person. Okay, Ezekiel was earlier. Who's next? Azazel. Isn't this supposed to be Barakel's realm? How come we're dealing with Azazel and Ezekiel all the time? I like this. There's no way it's near that easy. If you did it the normal way. Anyway, when you try to support... I missed that. When you try to support women who are so used to being strong or whatever, but not really strong, just, you know, stronger than a weak-ass dude, it kind of stinks, because after a while, you're just like, yo, you know, I'm a person, and I'm not your fucking tool. And they don't understand how that works. Like, it's men to them are like children that they beat. You know what I mean? They're better seen and not heard. You know, if you start talking and having your own opinion and stuff, you know, that doesn't align with what they're saying, then it's a horrible thing. And I mean, it's like years and years of training for them, in which they just want you to be docile and roll over. Like that progresses anything. Like that helps anybody to evolve, you know. Evolve in a way that actually makes sense. When you get two of these in one house, oh my goodness. But you might as well let the party begin, because there is nothing fun. There's nothing fun to be had. Hey, if you think about having fun for about 5 seconds, one of them will surely think of a way that it's not fun, that it'll harm you, you know? So basically, you just get to sit in there with them and read things and shake your fingers around, and listen to them talk about bad stuff that could happen, or not talk at all. Hey, you know, the only thing that's good in this world is to work all the time. And the only way you can feel good about yourself is if other people like you.
How can you
Especially
wield such
other
power?
people in your gender
Not
group.
even you are capable of that.
Not men, but women. Because that's how it works. Women need to like you. If a man likes you, he's a jerk. You don't want that. You'll be a jerk by proxy. Alright, I'm done. Let's talk about this game. So what's going on? We're in Barakel's realm that looks like it is a, We're in Barakel's realm that looks like it is a porcupine tower. And on top of that, the Porcupine Tower is being destroyed by what I can only assume is a fire Nephilim, which is a Nephilim is the unholy union, as they say, of a human and a dog. No, angel. They come out as gummy creatures, and then when they eat each other, then they gain extra powers after eating each other, apparently. I missed. You ready? You watching, guys? Made it. There's a fruit right there. Got him. Except for that guy, I didn't get him. So I'm in the realm ready to kill Barakel. You're getting on my nerves. But then at the same time, his place is being destroyed for some reason. Well, it's being destroyed by the Nephilim, I believe. Who are you? Whatever. I think I'm supposed to go this way. Free man. Anyway, don't really get me crossed up. I don't really have a problem with women, and I do want them to be as strong as they can be. I just don't appreciate having to take the loss because they want to be strong. Like, I shouldn't have to lower my power level so that a woman can seem better by comparison. You know what I mean? Not all about all this talking. I'm about that business. You say you're gonna do something, then do it. Let's be standing in front of me talking about what I should do, and then when I finally do something, get credit for it just because you've been standing by me the whole time. That's not how it works. If my wife gets if she gets an award, she totally gets the credit for that award. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be standing around going, well, why aren't you mentioning about me taking care of the baby? Like, come on now. And I don't know how much credit my wife does give me for taking care of the baby, but I don't need it. I don't need it, because I like where I'm at, and I think that what I'm doing is good. Now, if somebody starts talking smack about me taking care of my baby, I hope that she would step up and defend me, but I know that she's not going to. She's not that strong. She's only strong when it comes to battling against men that she loves. Come on, come on. Oh, I hope you guys saw how I got that, Oh, really? Stop. Thank you. That was horrible. Oh my goodness, really? Fortunately, I'm invincible. Because that sucks. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. There we go, I got one in. Oh, good. So that wall that I just broke to get the fruit, that was one of the 3 walls that are only breakable by the gale. The first One was that orb right after you got the Gale for the first time. There was an orb. This is the third wall right here. And congratulations, you probably don't have to use it for the rest of the game. If you don't want to. Unless you're doing an achievement, then by trying to get godlike, you need to take weapons from everybody. It's part of the requirements. Did you see that? I got a fruit. Just in case you happen to be like sort of watching this, but not really, I just want to say that verbally. This place looking like crap. Dude, you're home.
I finally figured out why I'm here.
Please tell me already. You know what? You could tell me your name first, and then tell me why you're here. Has that ever happened to you before? You're just sitting there on the street, and then somebody walks up to you and says, I finally figured out why I'm here. And you're like, good for you. Shouldn't for dick. Anyway, if you're a lady and you're listening to what I say and you're getting mad, you know, I actually be impressed that you made it this far. But I would like you to know that I am a proponent of you being as awesome as possible. I just feel like at some point, if you want to have a relationship with anybody, you're gonna have to learn. You're gonna have to learn what it is that they like, and learn how to be, you know, a good person to the person you're with, not to everybody else on the planet, but that person. That should go across the board, but apparently that's a difficult ask for a lot of people. Once you have enough people that you're trying to impress, then the people that you love the most will
Still no
always
sign
suffer.
of Barakel.
Yeah, where is
It's
Barakel?
starting to feel to me like maybe he's not here.
Fruit.
What do I know, right? All right. Later then.
Dude, I don't understand where Barakel went. Was it like Sin said earlier in the thing? Was Barakel eaten by the fire in the film? Who's got a mouth on his head?
Weaken it by attacking its arms and body. Strike it after it swings down its arms.
So that's high, that's low. High, low. He's swinging around little penises at me. Don't touch the penis! Oh. Well played. Ouch, 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 ouch. Well, how about a mental note on that one? Try not to get hit by the lasers. Uriel, get out of my way. Uriel. Slam! Dun, 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 dun. In order to get the little arc gale thing, you have to be very smooth in how you push the button. I didn't want that. Uh-oh. Ah, how did I not outjump that? How do you get a... I have no idea how you get around that. You might have to just take the L on that shot. Anyway, you have to do it in such a way in which you push the button very quickly. Because if you don't, then your character will freeze frame on that shot, and it sucks. Ouch. How did I get caught on the last one? Oh, I got smacked. Got him. Got him. Oh, waving my little penises around. That is a weird way to die. I'm melting. Okay. Barakel in the film? What? Wait, what?
That thing eats people to gain their powers.
Well, that will explain why Barakel's realm is a wasteland.
Oh, I see. You still can't use your full power.
No, I can't. Boobies! Who the heck designed those boobs, man?
I finally figured out why I'm here.
Who are you? Who is this man? Methuselah?
See? This is how you use your powers.
Thanks for the explanation on Methuselah, y'all. Seta? Seta? Keta. This game all of a sudden... I'm so confused. Ooh, boy.
Was that the power of God?
Those pecs are killing me. So when all else fails, you summon a Deus Ex Machina. Just show up and blow stuff up, and then you go, oh, what was that? Like, the other guy comes in and says, you need to use your full power. And when he uses the full power, he's like, I can't do that. I thought you did it. Was it God? Did God use that power? Anyway. Alright, y'all. That's 5 down. We're going to chapter 11. That's what's up. So, please join me for the other 6, I believe. And we will see this adventure through to the end. Thank you guys for joining us. Like, subscribe, whoop-de-whoop, and sorry, shvoop-de-whoop. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.